A very good morning, my dear students. So once again we are here and we are dealing with the same topic, and the topic is squares and square roots. Before I start this topic, let me give a small recap like what we did about squares and square roots. Clear? Square means nothing. It is when we multiply a number with itself. It is called a square. And the power is, let me say the raised integer is 2. For example, this in this way, you can write any number here. The moment you write 2 as the power or 2 as a raised integer, it becomes a square. Opposite of this, if you write 1 by 2, it becomes square root. Clear? The another symbol for square root is this. Clear? Now let us do this first. We'll be dealing with this first, then after that we'll come to this. Okay, so write any number. Suppose if I write 6 here, 6 square, 7 here, 7 square. Okay, so this is what square means, but this becomes the square root. We'll come to this after doing this. Okay, so let me start. Now if I ask you what is 6 plus 8, you will easily say that it is 14. But if I ask you what is 6 square plus 8 square, what is 6 square plus 8 square? Is it 14 square? I don't know. Do you know this? Let us find it out. Now if I do 6 square, I get 36. But if I do 8 square, I get 64. When I add this to, what I will get? I will get 100. Now what is 100? 100 is 10 square. Yes or no? Because 10 into 10 is 100. What is a square? Square means a number when you multiply it with itself. That is what? 10 square. So 10 into 10 is 100. So therefore here the answer will come 10 square, not 14 square. Clear? I think it's very clear. 6 square plus 8 square will give you 10 square. And the answer is, answer is 100 here. That means 36 plus 64 is equal to 100. 36 is nothing but 6 square. 64 is 8 square, which is equal to 10 square. Clear? Now, what we understand, there are three numbers, 6, 8 and 10. 6, 8 and 10. These are called members. Also you can say that these are called Pythagorean triplets. Why triplets? Because there are three numbers here. So Pythagorean triplet. 6, 8, 10. Square of 6 plus square of 8 will give you 10 square. So therefore they are called Pythagorean triplet. Let me write down this topic. And these are the numbers, okay? These are the members. 6, 8, 10. So the topic will be, today's topic is Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. Clear? Now for example, we just now we did 6, 8, 10. Okay. Now if you go to the theoretical part of this, let us take any integer which is let us take an integer m which is greater than 1. The Pythagorean triplets given is 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. These are the three members of Pythagorean triplets. Remember this, my dear students. Very, very important, this one. The question will be like this. They will be giving you one member or one number and you have to find out the rest too. Let me take one question here from the book. Here the question number 2, exercise 6.2. Exercise 6.2, question number 2. I am taking the second part. It is given that one member is 14. One member, I am writing the word here, one member is 14. One member is 14. Now you have to find out the other two members, or let me say write a Pythagorean triplet. Clear? How we will find out? Now we know very well what are the Pythagorean triplet there. M2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Clear? Now if I equate m square minus 1 equal to 14, what I will get? I will get m square is equal to 14 plus 1, that is 15. Now there is no number whose square will give me 15. So I will not take equal to this. Let me see, m square plus 1 is equal to 14. What I will get? I will get m square is equal to 14 minus 1, that is equal to 13. Again, there is no number whose square will give me 13. So I cannot take this. Let us go for this. 2m is equal to 14. So what I will get? M is equal to 14 divided by 2, that is equal to 7. Yes, it is possible, because we are directly getting m equal to 7. But here we are not getting directly m equal to. Here also we are not getting directly m equal to. Clear? So therefore what is the possible value of m? Should be 7. That means one of the member is 2m. That is, we already got 14. What is the next member? Next member will be 7 square minus 1. What is the last member? 7 square plus 1. So answer will be 14. Here 49 minus 1. Here 49 plus 1. So answer will be 14, 48 and 50. So this is the answer. Let me write it here once again. It has become... Let me write it once again. Here m is equal to 14 by 2, 7. Now we'll put this 7. Here we have already got 2m is equal to 14. So 14 is one of the member. What is the next member? Next member will be 7 square minus 1. Again this member will be 7 square plus 1. So answer will be 14, 49 minus 1, then 49 plus 1. So 14, 48 and 50. So these are the three members. Clear? Here we cannot, once again I am telling you, because most of the students are confused with this, so why not m square minus 1 is equal to 14? Because if I put 14, I will get what? Minus 1 will go to this side, will become plus 15. There is no number whose square 15 is possible, because on one side you have m square. Let me write it up here. Let me write this side. There is no number whose there is no number where there is no integer, there is no integer whose square can be 15. So therefore m square minus 1 or m square plus 1 equal to 14 is not possible. But here 2m is equal to 14 is possible, because directly we can get the value of m. After getting the value of m, we can say that the three members are, this is the 14 already we got here, this already we got here, and this will be 7 square minus 1, that is 48, 7 square plus 1, that is 50. Okay my dear students, today I think this much is enough. Today what we did Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet means we need three numbers. There should be three numbers, or there should be three members whose sum of squares, the smallest two number, should be equal to the square of greater number. For example, in this case 14, 48, 50. Prior to this we did 6, 8 and 10. Square of 6 plus square of 8 is equal to square of 10. So 6, 8 and 10 are Pythagorean triplet. So like that, there are so many examples are there. Please find it out yourself. Okay, I think my dear students, for today this much is enough. So I end here. Thank you.